around. Good to have you here, sis. Chris Stanovich, good to have you. Greg Blaken, Stefan, good to have you here. Pam Stanovich, good to have you here. Please raise your hands if you like to be on the panel. We have a small group today. It's okay. We still can talk about lots of things, right? So let's see.
Are you recording, Marty? Okay.
He is live stream now, Milo, so you're good.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks everyone for joining us today. We're going to start the show in about 4 minutes. If you like to be on the panel, please raise your hand. Catmo, good to see you. Have you here as well. If you like to be on the panel, please raise your hands. We'll love to hear from you as well. Let's see, Listra, how are you doing? I heard you have lots of snow over there. Stay warm, sis. Stay warm. Villas, good to have you here. Barbara Johnson, Garvin Deep, Ivan, John White. John White, it's good to have you here with us. Thank you for joining us today, John. Thank you for everything that you are doing. All the wisdom, right? Lynn Nakamoto, good to have you here with us, Lynn. I'm going to bring you on. How's everyone's doing? Everyone is really quiet today.
Doing good. We're doing good. And you look good, Julie. You look happy. It's Saturday.
Absolutely. It is Saturday. And you know, it's a Vietnamese New Year coming up, Lunar New Year coming up. And I didn't have to wake up early today. So I get to sleep in a few more hours. I did. I slept well. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. You're doing good over there, Milo. Ready to go, Milo?
Doing good. Give me just a second.
Okay. Monica Mao, good to have you. Mike Jones, good to see you here. Moshfat, good to have you. Nimai Rakesh, good to have you here. George Holdworth, good to have you here. JBS, Lisbon, Portugal, good to have you here with us. Sean Yang, good to have you here. Ola Kumde, good to have you. Pramod, good to have you here. Rod, Roy Clark, Satish Kumar, good to have you. Thyron, good to have you here with us. Tenger D, Eva, good to have you here with us as well. I'm glad you're joining us today. Because today we're going to talk about a topic that I know we all can talk about. Wenki Ne, good to have you. Let's see. Donna Hambling, good to have you here. Tony Mong, good to see you here as well. Let's see. Techno Camel, good to have you. If you like to, Milo,
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you for seeing you people and stay blessed. Thank you for meeting you people for today. And we pray that it should work in Jesus' name.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, Milo, go ahead, Milo.
Here we go. Julie and Milo show is here today. Don't miss a single word they say. Bringing you founders from near and far. Listen as they tell you now just who they are. Listen to their stories and how they tell. In just 3 minutes how they're doing well. Telling us what it's all about today. And how they're loving that old staff the way on passive. It's a here today on passive. There's just no better way to listen to the Julie and the Milo show. So then you can be the very first to know on passive. It's a here today. Julie and Milo show is coming your way Saturday on passive. Yeah, Julie, take it away.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is January 29th, 2021. Welcome to the Julie and Milo show. Today is Saturday. Thank you, Milo, so much for doing that, Evie. It's our opening song, and you're always doing a fantastic job. Welcome, everyone, to the Julie and Milo show on Saturday. Today, I would like to ask questions to everyone. As everyone understand, on the Julie Milo show, it's more like a bring people out, right? As more of getting to know the founders of Unpassive. And today I would like to ask questions to everyone. Why are you in Unpassive? Simple questions. Why? We are in it. We are excited about it, but do we know why? And yes, I believe the first answer is money. Sure, we can say that, right? But why are you in Unpassive, right? So I'm sending it back to you, Milo. If you could please say hello to everyone.
Hey, how you guys doing? So good to have you on the show this morning. It's exciting times in on Passive. We got all kinds of stuff coming up. You know, staff, we heard about servers last night, all exciting stuff. And why are we in on Passive? Well, I can tell you, Julie, and we say this all the time on our show, you know, originally, I think most of us come in because of the money stream. We're looking to make that extra income or whatever. But then it all changes because of some statements that Ash has made. Ash said, I might not be able to change the whole world, but I can change somebody's world. And then all of a sudden that starts resonating with us, and our mind and our hearts get together, and we realize this thing's much bigger than just money. And for us, it's about humanity and what we're going to be able to bless people with, and I feel that's what a lot of us are in it for. But we love to hear what people are in it for. And so I'm sending it back to you, Miss Julie.
Absolutely, Milo. Thank you so much. Yes, many of us are in it. I'll tell you a little bit about why I am in Unpassive. I am in Unpassive because Milo gave me a gift. And I just took it as that. When someone give you a gift, you just take it and you look into it and you go and open it later, right? So Milo gave me a gift. It's just because of Milo and I have known each other for over 4 years now. And he has witnessed what I've gone through in terms of success. Yeah, he's seen me being successful, and he's seen me struggle as well. And at that time, he just said, you know what, this might be something good for this girl, right? So he gave me the gift of Unpassive, and that's why it started with the gift. And then once I get to understand a little bit about Unpassive, I'm like, okay, this is no way it's going to happen, right? And then I started look more into it. When Mr. Ashmufar introduced cat mode to all of us, and that's when it hit me. And I said to myself, holy cow, I'm sitting on, a gold mine, and I didn't look. And it was 2 years after what Milo had shared with me. And ever since then, my why getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Yes, absolutely. Unpassive, the reason why I am in it, it's because I know that I am going to have a better future. I know that my future it's a done deal. And that's why I'm in Unpassive. And the more I understood about, Catmo, the complete solution, complete digital solution, right? So what is it? It's a complete digital solution. A complete digital solution is because of all the products that he has introduced to us. Right? I didn't need to know the product. I didn't need to know what it is. All I need to know is I get a complete digital solution in the palm of my hand. And that hits me really hard, right? And another thing is, Catmo. It's as every time when I look at Unpassive, I look at Catmo. He delivered it to us. And it's going to happen. And it's going to happen not only just a little surface of what we've seen, so much bigger. And automation. I've never had automation. I've never had a business where it's automated for me, So that's my why, and I'm going to stick with it. Milo?
Hey, and Julie, the beautiful thing of this is that just to see how this works is I gave you a gift But that gift has come back to me many times over because, I mean, when I look at my team is, you're more than half of my team, you know. What a beautiful thing that when you give someone something, that it comes back to you. And it's the old concept that we used to do in church, you know, we used to sing a song, there's joy in giving. And I found it to be true. The more I give to Jesus, the more he gives back to you. You know, and it's so true with this also, that the more you give out in on passive, the more it's going to come back to you. So I've been encouraging people all along, you know, hey, don't slip and let this get by you. If you don't have a list of people right now that you plan on giving to and supporting, or different causes or whatever, you know, you're going to be behind the time, because if you just leave it set in, if you let those apples set in the basket, they're not doing anything for anyone, and they're just piling on top of each other, And when they do, you know, they're not going to be as good as if you give them out and let people eat them, because there's more coming. Remember, that's the beautiful thing of this. Like you said, you know, it's all automated. It's done for you. It's almost like an ATM machine, you know, that those apples just keep filling up the bucket. You give them away, they come back. Back to you, Julie.
Absolutely, they do come back, and it has been coming back as well. I have been sharing on passive with other people, and I tell you them exactly what they do, and they just took that and they grew my team, and it's all about my team. You know, it's on passive, as we all understand. Excuse me. On passive, it's not about the team. It's a one team. It's a one on passive team. And as you understood about on passive, as you go out there and as you share, your team grew. And yes, there are people on here. There are people in on passive that has helped me along the way in many ways, right? And I'm giving it back. I'm giving it back in many times. And I know that when you do give, you get a lot more back than what you are giving to people. So I would love to hear from our friends that joining us today. Would like to hear, what's your why? Why are you in on passive? Why are you joining on passive? And I know if you haven't really truly know your why, it is something right now I believe all of us needs to write down or sit down and know, why am I doing on passive? Once you know your why, let's see, I think John is once you know your why, on passive is it. You're not going anywhere. You're not looking at any shiny object. You're not going to look at other things anymore. And I truly believe that once we all truly know the why, not just money. The money, you can go to work and you can have money, but there's reason, there's a bigger purpose behind why you are joining on passive. So I love to hear from Techno. If you could please give me your name. Techno Cannon, you have your hand raised.
You're muted, Techno.
I'm going to go ahead and ask him to unmute.
There you go.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Can you hear me, Julie?
Yes, we can hear you. Please give us your name.
My name is Musa Amadou.
Musa, good to have you here with us. Please go ahead. We can hear you.
Thank you very much. I just want to explain why I am here on passive and a little bit of my story. Okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm here with on passive because on passive is the right place to be, not only for make money, about humanity. I love to help people. I came from a very poor family, very poor. After my father's death, we were brothers, sister, we were 15 of us. I'm the firstborn in the house, with nothing left behind after my father's death. I got myself alone. I look my little younger brother and sister, my mom. By then I was 15, 16 years old. I have to take care of them, all of us. No education, no money, no home, nothing at all. Along the line, getting with all those difficulties, I get myself learning driving. I'm a driver for now as profession. Ending, let's say, not up to $100 per month. With about 15 people to fit behind of me, get them where to stay, get them where to sleep, send the younger one to the school. Those things are many. Along the line, I get many people who face the same difficulties as me. Now I get a job from traveling agency, ending salary less than $100 per month. Those people I get along the line with the same difficulties, nothing to eat, nowhere to sleep, nothing at all. I took my salary, divided into two, share the half for the people I meet by my way, and the rest go to my family. With all those difficulties, they tell me about on passive, they explain. I say, wow, about helping people, not only to make money, I can succeed to help another one, maybe one or two people behind me, not only my family. I'm be very, very grateful for that. I don't care either I'll make $1 million or 100 or whatsoever, but if I succeed to make something that I can help someone, not only on my family, someone I can meet along my way with difficulties, I'm very grateful, very, very grateful.
Wow,
I think
that's beautiful.
for me, that's why I'm here with On Passive. And I believe that one day God will realize what we are facing and give us the way forward in our life.
Absolutely, that is so beautiful. Did you say, what was your name and what country you are in right now?
I am in Cameroon.
In Cameroon, okay.
Precisely in Buea, Southwest Cameroon region.
Wow, I love your reason of being, why you wanted, why on passive. That's beautiful.
My real name is Amadou Musa.
Amadou Musa. I would love to hear more of your story. Julie and Milo, do you know we have an interview for founders? So if there is a way for you to get in touch with us, we would love to hear more about your story. I think your reason why being a non-passive is beautiful. It's getting closer, right? So just try to stay safe and be safe and take care of the people that you are caring for.
Thank you very much. I'm so grateful.
Thank you for being here with us. I love your story. So there's a chance, you know, for us to interview you and get to know a little bit more about you. We would love to have you on.
We sure would. That would be
Thank
awesome.
you.
If you could come on the show.
Hey, how you doing, Milo?
Good.
And Julie and
Hi,
the rest
Leon.
of the world. Hello.
Hey, Leon. How you
Hi.
doing, brother?
I'm good. And
Do you
the rest
have the camera on, Leon?
and the rest of the world. How you doing?
All
and this
right.
is
Hi, Joshua.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Hello.
How are you?
Great. Doing great.
Good to see you, Leon. You want to come on and talk for a little bit and tell us why you're watching?
Yes. Yes, I'm inspired today again by just listening to the gentleman just spoke. So I figure, we all got a why, and I like to express my why today as well.
Absolutely. Go
Please
right ahead.
share with us, Leon.
Okay. Well, my why is along the same line as the gentleman just spoke. You know, just because we're in America don't mean that we don't live on the poverty too. So, you know, growing up, my whole family was living on the poverty and still are. You know, minimum wage in various states varies. Like minimum wage in Alabama, probably, you know, probably $7, $8 an hour. So my family members, you know, they work all the time, but they still living on the poverty. And I don't know how a person can feel success or still feel successful when the rest of your families are struggling. And if you can't help another member of your family, you know, for whatever reason, how can you express success? And so, you know, yes, I went to college. I was the first one in my family to go to school, go to college, became an industrial engineer and worked as a mechanical engineer pretty much most of my life. But however, you still got family members struggling. So I'm kind of like the key benefactor for my whole entire family. When they need help, they always come to me. And so my why is to, like I say, not just only to help people, my fellow human being and person, because I'm always liking to help people, is also helping my family to try to at least get one step above poverty. I mean, we just one teaspoon away, one paycheck away from poverty, or one paycheck away from not being able to pay your electric bill, your water bill, your gas bill. And that's one of the reasons why I like to, you know, that is one of my whys, because I want to do like the gentleman. You know, I've always helped family, and I constantly always helping family, you know, from the time I ever was able to make my first paycheck. Even before then, when I was 15 years old, I was giving my mother $25 a month to help feed the other siblings in the house. You know, I worked on a farm, you know, drove farm equipment, and went to school. And then, of course, I worked at a senior citizen center. I've always worked from the time I was 11 years old. So my why is always to help family. And yes, one day I like to be able to feel successful also with my family feeling successful and helping others, being able to help bring up someone else as well.
That's absolutely beautiful,
Yeah.
Leon.
Thank you.
so much.
And yes, I did get invitation. I'd like to be on the show one day to you know, I don't want to take the mic today, but to talk a little bit more about, you know, being a founder and being part of Unpassive as well. But like I say, I'm not going to hog the mic today.
I love it, Leon.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I've talked to Leon. I love his heart. I love his passion. He's got some big things planned. I cannot wait to talk to you on the show and to share that with the world, you know, because you have big dreams and I love it. And I love your heart. I love where you go with all of this. And it's a wonderful thing, Leon.
Well, thank you, Milo, and thank you, Julie, and for allowing me to be on the panel. But I'll be on the panel if anybody got in, you know, if I can help it throughout the day, I'll be here.
Thank you, Leon.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Thank you. Leon and I have conversation every day. Yes, he has such a big heart, and he's doing very well. And you know, the crazy thing is that the conversation that we have every day, we learn from each other so much. He told me that, Julie, so I like to talk a little bit about Leon. And there's a reason why I talk a little bit about him is that because he's in my team, right? He is one of my one of my founders that I invite in my team. And he was in it since December, I think, to last year. And he has not been well. And so he started, you know, focusing in on passive about 3 months ago. And he took it by the horn and he ran with it. It's just because he said, Julie, I took everything that you share. I took every video that you sent me. I watched and I follow exactly just that. And he did. And right now it's like light bulbs moment on his mind every single day. Every time when we have a conversation, He gave me a lot of inputs. He gave me a lot of thoughts and ideas and things, but yet he educated me in certain things as well. And his passion is about, I'll just have you say it, Leon, just a little bit. Don't say it too much here. What's your passion?
My passion is mainly helping people. And I like, I like to be able to water and wastewater technology, help people have clean water, clean drinking water, and being able to make sure that you help others and do mainly a sustainable village. I just want to do a sustainable village. And so I'll talk a little bit about that, when I come on the show, things that I like to do and the sustainable living and mainly helping people. That's one of my passions, is to be able to help people to wake up every morning and be able to, breathe and know they got a good, they can have a free meal and a glass of water that is clean.
Absolutely.
We'll tell you that if you talk to Leon for any amount of time, you will be inspired, because the guy is an inspiration. I've talked to him, I don't know, 2 or 3 times, and every time I just go away from it saying, wow, this is what this is all about, so.
And if you touch the subject, water and sewage, he's never going to stop. So.
No, I'm not going to stop. I know that subject about water and sewer throughout. And another thing, I just do want to reiterate something that Julie said. Julie is a great team leader. I don't know who's listening to this, but you guys don't know this. She is very patient, very good team leader. I am so glad to be my team leader, and Marlo too, because Julie will tell you. And I couldn't figure out why so many people was having problems with the emails. It was funny because I just know that when you're dealing with various people, you have to help them. And my mother just passed away right before Thanksgiving, and she was 85. And my mother never touched a computer. Never touched a computer. So she wouldn't know anything about an email. So if you want to sign someone up at that age group and a little bit younger, you have to help them and walk them through. So, you have to be a team leader and you have to help them. And so, yes, people will get confused and people will make some mistakes, but just following direction. I mean, just give you a good example. Way back in September, October, Julie was telling me to make sure my people can log into their email. We had no problem because I kept following the direction of the leader. And then I made sure I appointed somebody to do the same. I said, these people don't have that much computer skills. I'm pointing you to help them. And so that's kind of how we were successful in doing this. So I just like to reiterate, having good leadership is really important also.
Thank you, Leon, for your kind word. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Make my head a little bit bigger than it's.
Yeah. But I can't do what you do. Oh, you stay up for countless nights. I can't do it.
Thank you, Leon.
I tried, but I can't.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, Marty, I see Marty's hands is up. I'd love to hear from you, Marty.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Leon, I don't know who you are.
Okay.
But you're a great guy, I can tell.
Well, thank you, Marty.
I can tell you're a great guy. No doubt about it.
Thank you.
You're a good man. That's all I got, believe it or not.
Thank you, Marty.
Thank you, Leon.
Yeah.
All right. Who else would like to? Milo, did you wanted to say something?
I was just going to say thanks, Marty, and thanks, Leon.
Thank you.
And it is, Leon, you're a great leader also, and that's what we try to do is train leaders to be people to be leaders, and that's what it's all about. If we can get with everyone and we can help them out and teach them, and we like to, send that email out and teach people to, hey, get into your back office and send it to everyone on your team. You don't realize how important that is, but that's important to stay in touch with your team so that they know what's going on, and that they can do all that, because it's easy to duplicate, the stuff we do is not hard at all, and it's just 1, 2, 3, but you have to do that, If you're not going into your back office, you're missing out, because you know, there's things there that you should be looking at. Okay, I see we got a hand up. Mr. Greg Lopkins, come on down.
Hey, Greg.
Go ahead, Greg. Hello, Greg. Are you muted? Don't see a camera.
Greg?
All right, let's move on. Let's go to Bruce. Bruce Gerstein, come on down, brother. Talk to us.
Thank you, Mr. Milo. Thank you, Miss Julie. You guys are fantastic, as you know. And Leon reminded me of something because it says his mother was 85. My mother was 87 when she died. And years ago, the first iPhone was made by Cisco. And it was actually a phone that worked as a computer and let you see somebody. And we thought that would be simple for my mother to use. My mother refused to even let us show her how to use it. She would not learn the internet at all. She did not want to know. But thank you for reminding me of that, Leon. You know, I came into On Passive, like most of us that come in here, disgruntled with MLM, disgruntled with network marketing. It was not going to do a thing. And just by chance, God incidents, I said there's no coincidences, just many God incidences. I happened to get an email and I said, well, what the hell? This can't hurt me for $97, which at that time it was a lifetime refund. So I said, there's nothing to lose here, but there was something to gain, and that was the guarantee that this would give me money without me having to work so hard and not having to build a team and not having to do anything monthly. And that's the reason I came in. But the reason I stayed here was because what I found here was hope. What I found here was true integrity in business. What I found there was a group of people that were like-minded and had hearts of gold. And then what I found eventually was Obless. And once Obless was here, I was hooked, well, totally, because I'm a giver. My heart has always been to give to people. I used to give people presents when I went away from places and never bought something for myself because I just wanted to bring joy to people's lives. So all my life, I've always wanted to help others. And this is a vehicle to help others beyond helping myself. I know I'll get out of my own debt that was caused by all the MLMs and stuff, tens of thousands of dollars of wasted warehousing stuff and idiocy and believing their lives. But here I found somebody who was, like we say, has a heart of gold, not just my Farah. And his vision is much bigger than anything I could have ever imagined. And the more I hear, the more I'm in and in and in. And like Dr. Benny always says, I breathe on passive, I live on passive, I think on passive. My mind is on passive. I don't have the energy because of my condition, but I try to get into as many webinars as I can. Whether I have somebody coming or not is insignificant. What matters is that I show up and I support others. And that comes down to the same thing that I want to give and give and give. And I do the best I can on a daily basis. And I love you all, and I love Marty for everything he does. I love Chris for everything he does, Red for everything he does, Mike for everything he does, and everybody for what they do. Everyone here is a leader. Everyone here is destined to be fully successful in their lives, no matter how that looks for them. And I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Absolutely, Bruce. Thank you so much. I do resonate with what you're saying. And I also say this, I super glued myself to unpassive, right? We talk about unpassive every moment. Without unpassive, what are we going to do, right? We can move on with our day, with our life, and continuously, work the long hours and try to do as much as we can to have the life that we desire to have. So I truly believe that, if you are doing something and you don't know why you're doing it, I think we all need to really dig deep down inside and say, why am I doing this? And the part that I feel the most difficult part for me, I know that you're probably going to resonate with me on this as well. The part of it when you're in the middle of the road and you can't decide which way to go. You can't decide which way to go, but if you do know your why, if you start getting to know your why, and there is a book out there from Simon Sinek, love the guy, he has a book, Know Your Why, right? When you truly know your why, you go it and you run it with all your heart and mind, doesn't matter what. You're not letting other shiny subject, distracting you. And so for me is knowing my why, and I'm still continuously trying to figure out what are my whys. I have a lot of reason why I'm in non-passive. The reason I share here with you, it's just one of. So I would love to hear from you. I mean, let's talk about this. Let's share, know your why. So back to you, Milo, if you have something to say.
Yeah, Julia, it is so true. When you get in, I know Marty has this saying, and I love it. It says it's one thing when you're in on passive, but it's a whole nother deal when on passive is in you. When on passive is in you, you can't stop talking about it. It's something that is just awesome, and regardless of what happens in your life, you have on passive as that hope. We have such a bright, shining light at the end of the tunnel that it's just amazing for us. Even though a lot of us may be going through bad times, we might be down and out, financially or health wise or whatever, but at the end of that tunnel, man, is a light of hope, and the main thing is that we stay healthy, and I pray for everyone every day, that we stay healthy, because there's some stuff that's happening out there, that's not good, and hopefully we can all stay away from it, and we can just keep walking on and keep doing and keep sharing. The main thing is consistency. And I know I say this a lot, but if you're consistent, it's going to outdo anything else. If you just consistently tell people about it and share it with people. Now, what you might not realize is you're doing it, you're sharing that right now. But when this advertising and this campaign takes off, and Own Passive puts that $15 million into that advertising campaign, and everyone in the world knows about Own Passive, and they're looking for someone to get in. Because remember, you can't get in on passive unless you come through a founder. So if you have told someone, all of a sudden they're going to go, man, isn't that what Cynthia Brown was talking about? I mean, I remember her saying something about on passive. And they're going to go back to Cynthia, because Cynthia might have just said, I'm in this company and it's on passive. And they say, oh, we're not interested in it. We don't want to do it. And, you don't push it on anyone, because remember, the key is they need it more than you need them. Okay. That's very important to understand. What you have, everyone needs, or they should want, if they know what it is. And you have to put yourself in that position to not get down. If you hear a no, it's not a big deal. That just means no right now. That doesn't mean no. That means no right now, because I guarantee you, when they start seeing these products start dropping out, when you see O-Staff, you see O-Mail, you see a network coming out, and you see O-Connect and O-Capture, and all these things starts coming out, there's going to be something that trips your trigger, and you're going to have it, And so I say to everyone, man, be consistent. Be consistent in sharing it with people. All right, and we are looking for hands to go up so they can talk. We don't want to do all the talking. We can, but we don't want to. So we're looking for hands.
Hello? Hello?
Go ahead, Greg. Craig.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that for a while. But I wanted, when I got some money and stuff, I wanted to get an electric vehicle, and then either this season or definitely next season, I go skiing again. I mean, I came from New York City many years ago, but I lived up in the Green Mountain State for almost 36 years. But we must end petroleum because the amount of carbon pollution in the atmosphere is up to 422 ppm, more than the dinosaurs way back when. But that is all I wanted to say, really.
Thank you, Greg. I know you're very passionate about electric car. And so I hope that you will spend some of those Apple from the electric car for the electric car that you love. Thank you so much for what you're sharing here. I would like to remind everyone that just recently joined us today, the Julie and Milo show, we dedicated to everyone who want to share their reason why they are in non-passive. I believe that doesn't matter what we do in life, if we do know the reason why we do things, right? And I would love to hear that from our founders today. Alan Carr, good to see you. Please go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hi, everybody. I joined Passive originally because of the money side of it. Looking more for retirement money to secure my old age. I'm already 77, and so I want to live the next 20 years in good health. And I always tell people I'm going to live to 120 because I know there'll be money for it coming in and in good health. But since then, you always look at what's going on around you. I've helped a lot of people. I've sponsored about 10 or 12 positions to various friends and family. And I'm already, so that I'm helping people in that way. I've also got a list of about 200 people that I want to buy positions for once it launches. And I made a list of various organizations, animal and human, where they are to help them support themselves and as fundraisers. So this is my idea at the moment.
Thank you, Alan.
Awesome, Alan. I'm glad to hear that you've got those people in line. I love that. I know there was one Saturday that we did a show and we went through a whole bunch of different things that, how we were thinking about blessing people. And we went through a big list and I put them into a worksheet. And hopefully you guys all got your worksheets and you've been filling them out because the time is a-coming. Like Chris says, it's coming, and it is. It's actually almost here, and you want to make sure, because I don't think a lot of you realize, that you're going to be able to bless a lot more people than maybe you think, and so you're going to run out of people very quickly that you think you can bless, and organizations, charities, and whatever else you got going. So it's always good to think ahead, and don't let it come up on you and just hit you and blindside you with, oh man, what am I going to do with this now? So it's important. So anybody else, come on, if we get some hand, there we go. Let's come on down.
Hello, everyone. First of all, that the young man who spoke, who had the 15 siblings that he had to help raise, that just broke my heart. And to see that he did what he had to do to help them and now want to pay it forward, you know, to look after others, that is just so incredible. Bless you, young man. Bless you. I'm in this, okay, as when I first came on, I wasn't really into it. I came on because a friend showed it to me. I was doing something else and I just left it there. And then I looked into it some more and I thought, okay, it looks good. But I didn't really do anything still. But when I really did, and I started really listening to videos and so on, and I realized what this was. And it took me a while. I thought, this is really great. This can help my family. It can help me. And yeah, I went into it more and more. But then being in it for 2 years now, I think, yeah. Oh my gosh, the people, you guys, Julie, Milo, Marty, Chris, I could call names. I could go on and on, but I won't. Everyone has been so amazing. What love we share in On Passive. And as I go each day, I try to join every webinar because the more I go in there, the more people I meet, the more love is shown, the more I get to say and do, just learning so much more. Okay. And I know that it's incredible and it will bring so much to my life and family. But the people out there that I help now, I want to do more for others, so much more. And I know that I'll be able to do it. And that's my why. Like Julie said, there's so much more, but right now, the why is I want to do for others who can't help themselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Lestra. That's beautiful. And yes, the people we meet here in On Passive is, you know, it's, you can't find that anywhere. And I'm loving it. It's like so many relationship has been created from here, friendship. And we do have a relationship, love relationship actually came out of On Passive as well. So I'll just leave it at that. We'll have them talk about it later, but love to hear from Cynthia Brown. Cynthia.
Hello, everyone. Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi. How I got into On Passive, I just happened to be listening to it, but I wasn't paying attention to it. But by the grace of God, my father heard it and he paid attention to it. Long story short, he got me in it. So my why is I want to take care of my family and I want to do a lot because my parents, we've always took care of people. Like we've had homeless shelters and we took care of the elderly, children, you know, we've done a lot. So I want to kind of finish what my mom started, you know, I want to give to all kinds of charities, clean water. I just want to do everything. With On Passive, on Oh Bless, we can do so much, not just in our cities, we can do it in other countries. You know, we can do it all around the world. It's so much, there's so much people in need in other countries, you know. And I think that we can change the world with Oh Bless and On Passive. And I'm just so happy to be a part of this. It's a lovely business. I've never been involved in something so loving like this, you know. Even the leaders, you know, everybody is always there willing to help, you know, and we got so many friends from all around the world. You know, I have I have girlfriends in Australia and Canada, and you know, Florida. It's amazing. You know, I love you all, and I'm just happy to be a part of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia. What a beautiful story. If you have not heard Cynthia Brown's story, man, go and watch it on the Julie and Milo show. It's an incredible story about how she was sitting there and her dad listened and said, man, we need to have it. And shortly after, you know, he was gone, but she has this legacy that she can carry on. It's a beautiful story. And I love Cynthia Brown, man. Cynthia Brown has been one of our biggest supporters ever. I remember the first person I think I ever seen in chat, man, was Cynthia Brown. And she just always was chatting, but I never heard her talk for about, I don't know, must have been a year or 6 months. And finally she come on our show and she gave this incredible, love touching story that you just got to hear. So I encourage all of you, go to Julie and Milo, look up Cynthia Brown's story and watch it. You'll love it. All right, and next up, we got Mr. John Barilla. Come on down, John.
Okay, hi, everybody. My why is not a straightforward answer because 3 years ago, I'm an older gentleman like the gentleman that spoke just a little earlier, and it wasn't retirement that I needed to be, you know, to help me in my retirement, but it was to help me survive because I'm not retired. I am an actor and I'm still an actor, but 3 years ago, I started to realize that, you know, I didn't have a lot of funds and my income had decreased so much that I started to worry about just where was I going to be in the next few years? I need to make some more money. And I got into a whole lot of businesses through a friend of mine. And one of those businesses happened to be on passive. This is 3 years ago. But what I found was I was so confused and overwhelmed by so many of these businesses. And as these 3 years have come along, well, I looked at on passive and I began to see something, very different. So I kind of got away from all those other businesses that were confusing me and overwhelming me. And I began to look at on passive. So my why at first was, I need to make money. I need to survive. But as I came into on passive, and I am a webinar guy myself too. I actually, this is my 4th webinar today already. The 4th one today. Anyway, I started to look at webinars, pay attention, learn everything about it. And then it's beyond me surviving. I know that's going to be good when we are totally launched to the world. But I saw the heart. And that has become important to me, whereas I was not even aware. Why did I get into this business? Well, because I was just trying to get a business that I could earn money. But now I'm realizing what we can do for others. And I, again, I'm still, I'm not specific in my mind about exactly what I'm going to do. But one of the things is definitely in the lines of helping people who need help right here in my city, right here in my neighborhood, homeless folks, and just folks on the street that are, by themselves or even in groups that they try to find places to live. And we do have, of course, programs for the homeless in my city, but I want to try and get involved personally somehow, especially if I do start to make some significant income. I want to help these individuals in particular that I know as my local folks that are in trouble. I see them almost every day. And I'm going to try to do something either very organized for them, but I'm just going to start to contribute to their little cups every day a lot more, and maybe even personally know some of them a little more than I do now, and try to help them personally. But I'm also going to try to help in our homeless situation in general, if I can do that in my city. So my why, it started out as I need to make a living to survive as an older person, because I'm not retired. My retirement is very small anyway, my income from that. But I just found that, okay, look at this. And then I really just saw the other side of it, the humanitarian side of it. And I'm very much interested in that. So I'm very active. I'm very involved in on passive, and I'm very happy about it. I think there's going to be some good things happening very soon. So that's my story. My why.
Thank you, John. Awesome, awesome. Yes, many of us have many reasons why we are in unpassive, and it's coming. Our why is going to be met, and then there's going to be more why coming out of why we do what we do, right? So thank you so much, John, for coming on and share with us. Gladys, so good to see you here, Gladys, from Canada. Hello.
Thank you so much, Julie. I'm so grateful to be here now. And all that I can say is I came to Unpassive with a very clear conscience. I knew I did not want to join any other business because I'd joined the two that did not pan out. So I had made my mind I was not going to be involved anyway, again, on online businesses. So what I did when I received this opportunity of Unpassive, I called Ash himself because the person who told me gave me the phone number for Ash. When I called him and we spoke and I had his vision, I knew this was the right place for me. I did not have to think twice. So I joined with the aim to have that freedom to be financially stable and to be able to have time to take care of my children. So when I joined in, as I started now learning about the business, I understood the beauty of sharing it because I knew that there are people in my life that I would like them to know about this opportunity so that they can come in. And even though I'm the poorest recruiter, I've been able to share the opportunity because it's gonna enable me to do the work of charity that I've been doing on my own with my family at a very small scale. Now with Unpassive, I am very hopeful that I will be able to help the widows, the orphans, the poor people, especially back in my village. I want to give back to them because I know there are children there who never achieved education, not because of anything they did wrong, but because their families were not able to support them. So these are the children I want to go back to. The grandparents who are suffering there, I want to do something. I would like to see power, electricity in my village. And I'm sure that through Unpassive, I will be able to achieve this. I will be able to do the work of charity that I love so much. And I say thank you so much to Ash Mufare, our CEO, for giving us this platform. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Gladys. Thank you. Very nice. And next up, we have Mr. John White. Is this John White, the barber?
Yes, and I'm in the back of the barber shop right now.
All right. Keep it high and tight, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what we do, but some people take it low and loose.
John does a ton for the community. Welcome, John.
Thank you. You know, when I first heard about Unpassive, I've always been a lifelong online entrepreneur, but it seemed like the entrepreneur escaped me because there were a lot of places that I ventured and I got beat. You know, money was taken from me, something that looked real legitimate, like people were talking about the shiny object. Well, I was attracted to a lot of shiny objects, but then things changed when I met the twins, Dane and Darius Edwards, and really changed my perspective about a lot of things. I remember when I first came in June of 2020. Actually, was May the 10th, 2020, and I got this email saying, if you don't become a founder, man, that's going to go up to $997. I said, $997? Let me do this now. He says, get in now at 97. And I got in. And what I was impressed about was someone like Mr. Ash Mufare, who has already been extremely successful and wealthy. His heart has actually drawn a lot of people into Unpassive. We as founders are in a unique position. My heart came in as someone who wanted to do everything for myself and my family. But then my heart changed direction, and it started thinking about the principle of happiness. There's more happiness in giving than there is in receiving. Now, we have a vehicle called Unpassive that doesn't generate wealth. What it does is that redistributes wealth, as Mr. Mafara so aptly put it. The wealth is here. We have a vehicle now where we'll be able to direct this wealth to whomever we want to. When it comes to charities, when it comes to any kind of company, when it comes to any person. You see, these are not just mindless words. These words are very, very believable. And one of the things that has taught me is that Passive has eliminated the word if. If I could do this, if I had enough money. Passive eliminates that. And we as founders, brothers and sisters, we're sitting on a gold mine. Do you remember when they were saying that, well, there are going to be some extra things that Passive is going to do for us? And most of us just saw the extra customers who are coming in after Passive launches. But looking at that live webinar of the data centers, this changes everything. Remember the perks? Remember the extra things that we didn't know anything about? Now, Mr. Mafari is revealing those things to us. And the thing that's so great about these live telecasts or these live webinars, it's really the noise has been abated. The naysayers are not speaking. The people who are negative are being brought around to see that Passive is real. When you have an infrastructure that is set up, when you have buildings in different parts of the world where you have founders in 212 different countries all over the world, that makes it real. And when we started using the live feed to introduce ourselves, introduce people to Passive products, it's really created a haven. And I really appreciate that. We have the ability to be just like those who came out with Amazon. This AWS, I didn't know what that was until I found out about how now I don't know if Bezos is going to distribute the wealth like Mr. Mafari is going to do, but we as founders are going to be taken care of. So when we're taken care of, we'll be able to spread our love and our wealth to any place that we want to. And that's the advantage of being a founder in Passive. And I thank Mr. Mafara, his family, and the technical staff for this incredible business called Passive.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you so much for your word of wisdom. You're an incredible person and having incredible knowledge. So I appreciate you coming on and share with us today. Really, truly appreciate you, John. Up next, I'd like to introduce Naruls. If you're joining us today, I would love to hear from you why you are in Passive. And there are a couple of things I'd like to bring up here as well. But before that, Naruls and Mr. Bilal will go after, and then I'll bring up some more questions. Narul, please unmute your mic. Nazrul from Bangladesh.
Nazrul.
Good to see you.
Thank you, Julie. After a long time, I have seen you. My name is Nazrul Haq from Bangladesh. You are very much popular in our country, and your show, Julie and Milo show, is so much famous in our Bangladesh. So thank you. I have learned a lot from your show. Rarely, and when I have see you in your show, I am very much inspired, and your dedication is so much inspired us. All of our story is the same. I have learned a lot from our panelists earlier who have said their stories. I am an ex-government officer of Bangladesh, but last few years I have been working with blockchain technology. So when I have heard about on-passive, I have seen that is our missionary CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare, have working the latest technology, which is artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, 3D painting. Oh my God, I know blockchain technology. I know digital currency. This era is the digital currencies era. So in future, it will be more helpful for our humanity. You know, we who have come from least developed country, we have never fulfilled our dream, but this is the right platform. Down passive, it is possible to fulfill our dream. Our beloved CEO Ash Mufare always says we have now 1 million plus founder, but we have to need quality founder, and we have to above average. I want to say about a quality founder, if you allow me. My last 2 months ago, on a corporate webinar, Mr. Ash says we have to be winner, not whiner. We know our tagline is we are so in it to win it. So everyone should be a winner, not winner. I would like to explain a few minutes the mindset, attitude, and behavior of a quality founder versus winner. If you allow,
Please,
I
go ahead.
should explain. Okay, thank you. The winner versus winner attitude, I would like to say the winner is always part of the answer. On the other hand, the winner is always part of the problem. The winner always has a program, but on the other hand, the winner always has an excuse. The winner says, "Let me do it for you," but the winner says, "That is not my job." The winner sees an answer in every problem. The winner sees a problem in every answer. The winner sees a green near in every sand trap. The winner sees 2 or 3 sand traps in every near green. The winner says it may be difficult, but it is possible. The winner says it may be possible, but it is too difficult. So I think we should try to be a winner, not a winner, and everyone should be a quality founder. If we have create so many quality founder, inshallah, in future, on-passive will be the most powerful company in this global. So I think everyone should change our mindset, behavior, and attitude, and everyone we should be a winner. And finally, I would like to say our mindset should be I for you and you for them. If it is possible, whole world will be possible. Thank you everyone for giving me a chance. Thank you, Julie.
Absolutely, Nazrul, if you put that in network for everyone to hear it, I think it's a good, it's valuable for people to look at it.
Okay,
Thank you.
I will try. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing
Thank
us.
you. Thank you.
All right, and next up we got Mr. Billis Chekavority. How'd I do on that name? Probably butchered it, but
You
anyway.
did well. You did better than I would have having trouble.
Man,
Mr.
I tried, man. I don't know. I wanted to try it, just see how close I came.
Mr. Billas. All right, while we're waiting for him, I see we have Oliver and engineering Mike also here. So I'm I'm not calling you on you now before I call on you. I like to say something really quick. If everyone looking at the panel right now, scroll up and look for Pam and Kevin. Oh,
Hello, ma'am.
yes, give me 1 second, Mr. Billas, just one minute, okay? If you
Thank
look
you.
at the panel right now, you will see Pam and Kevin.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Mr.
you.
Billas, if you could give me 1 minute.
Hold on.
If you look at the panel, you'll see an image of Pam and Kevin, and you see both of them are together. This is why I said On Passive has created many relationships. And this is one of the example. I spoke with Pam last night, and I was so happy to see them together. So if Pam and Kevin are in, and you'll be able to speak if you don't mind. And I'm sorry I broke it here because I saw you posted on Facebook this morning, and now I see you're together. I'd love to hear a little bit from both of you. Or one of you. You did that, right, Milo?
Yes.
Hi, you guys. Yeah, Kevin's right here. He's but it doesn't work, you know, when you do that screen. Like he's right behind me. He really there. Get your hand in there. He's there. He really is. He's watching. Yeah, this is pretty exciting, you guys. Do you want me to tell you a bit of the story, or what do you want, Julie?
Up to you. Would love to hear whatever you feel comfortable sharing.
Thumbs up. Okay, well,
whatever you're comfortable to share.
You know what? I'm more comfortable now. It was the first time out. It was a little bit nerve-wracking, but yeah. We were trying to figure out exactly when Kevin was on the Julie and Milo show, because
he never was.
Yeah, he was. No, that's right. That's right. He was on the Julie show. I forgot. But I'm pretty sure it was. Sorry, Milo. See, I tried to include you. Anyway, no, whenever it was, I think it was pretty early January. But it pulled on my heartstrings with his story, and I sent him a message, and I just said, you know what, that was really nice. It was straight from the heart. You know, well done. You know, like, you know, don't be ashamed type of thing. Or I don't know what I said. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so then then you guys, on my second 2-year anniversary, I was on the Julie and Milo show, and that was on January 13th, 2021. And then on January 14th, Kevin phoned me, and the way I put it the other night was a founder phoned me. Anyways, so Kevin phoned, and we've been talking every night ever since then. One night, actually, Milo, I was eavesdropping on one of your calls with Kevin. It was a good one. It was fine. It was all good. Just once. It just happened. Anyways, no, so we got to know each other really well, and you know, we shared our sob stories with each other, and we went through some hard times. Each of us had our own little down times a couple times. Anyway, thank you, Cynthia. Anyway, so just actually, I had a really sad story, and I'll share it because Judy knows it, and a few people might. My best friend of all time, I was 8 years old. I probably shared this on Julie and Milo show. I was 8 years old when I met my future husband, Ken Denyer. So making the story very short, I've known him for 62 years. And he got some really bad news. And I was talking to Kevin, I was crying, and Kevin says, you know what, you got to say it like it is. You got to tell what's in your heart. And I just lost it. And I said, I love you. I had to tell him, and so things, now I'm going to blush. It's been good from there, and we started making better, longer plans. We'd already talked about what we liked, and we had so many things in common. I think he thought I was insane, but anyway, so we got to know each other virtually. And on January 14th, our 1 year of talking to each other, I arrived on his doorstep. He knew I was coming, of course. And And now we're getting to learn each other's bad habits. No, and you know what? He's exactly what you guys expect. He's tall. No dirty comments. I don't think Dan and or no, it was Red. It was Red and Chris. We had he's got a step that's 8 inches tall, and so I can stand on the step and give him a hug. Anyway, no, it's really neat because we're already comfortable. We know each other, and now we just, like I say, we're getting to know each other's habits, and it's really neat. So 3 cheers to Ash, 3 cheers to On Passive, 3 cheers to On Passive Nation and having webinars. So thank you, Marty. Thank you guys all, Julie and Milo. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I met my honey. I'm really, really happy. Now my teeth are stuck again dry.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. And you know what? My big thing was that I have one friend that said, you know what? It's your personal life. You don't have to tell everybody you're on passive. And I go, she said, keep it to your friends. And I go, you see, that's just it. These are my friends. They're my family. I can't not tell you guys. We felt like I felt like we were hiding. Marty was even commenting, I see you, Kevin, but I don't see you, Kevin. So like I said, Kevin, we gotta tell everybody, like, because they're our friends. So we love you. And thank you.
We love you, Pam and Kevin. You guys are all perfect mates, perfect match. And yesterday when after, I saw you both together, I was so happy and my entire body was have goosebumps because of your happiness. Like, seeing you guys together, seeing your smile, talking with you, feel your happiness. I was like, yay! I was like, yeah, On Passive is here. And thank you so much for sharing your love story with us. And it's beautiful. So
thank you.
Congratulations to both of you.
And we're very like-minded with On Passive too. So that's really good. Obviously.
Perfect match.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So Pam and Kevin are together and I see there is a balance there. Pam kind of balanced Kevin and Kevin kind of balanced Pam. So it's just beautiful. Congratulations. All right, let's get back with Mr. Villas. Thank you, Mr. Villas, for waiting. You are up next.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I see your hand raised earlier. Tell us why you are joining On Passive.
Thank you for attending Julie and Milo show. I am very happy. Good evening to all participant and LC members. Congratulations to all. I am Bilas Chakraborty from Bangladesh, Mongla Bagerhat. I am a member of very poor family. I am proud of the opportunity at On Passive company because I never thought I could be a partner of such a big company. It gave me such great opportunity as Mufari sir, that mission and vision will be successfully. So I am proud of this company and On Passive. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Villas, for being here with us. I'm glad you spoke today. All right, let's Milo, if you don't mind, I'd like to say a little bit about Oliver and Engineering Mike. They were on Ron and Lynn's show last night, and they gave a lot of information. I know our show here is talk about why On Passive. So if one of you could start, tell us, you are engineering, technology, and you explained it very well last night, but why are you in On Passive? Let's start with Engineering Mike. He has he just keep laughing and smiling over there, so I'm calling on him first.
Okay. Good day, everybody. Thank you, Julie, Leadership Council members, all our leaders around the world. It's another day. Thank you, all the O winners in the house. I can see so many old winners. And I can see big brother Marty DeGamo looking at me right there. So if you know in life, many of us have failed in so many things that we were planning to have. Okay, being very educated, like I have accomplished some kind of education in engineering fields. I'm a, like a civil engineer. I'm a petroleum engineer as well. I'm a Red Hat certified Linux system administrator as well. So, but all of that doesn't give me what I really need, like financially. So I'm go out there to look at some kind of things that I can subsidize what I'm getting. I mean, to get a good life, to take care of people, my family, my loved ones, and extended people that are friends that need help. I could not do that. So I joined an affiliate marketing business. It was called Karat Bats. They told me, oh, it's a gold. You you have to invest in gold and all of that. At that time, that was in 2015, I was in school for my petroleum engineering degree. What I did, I took my student loan and part of my credit card and bought a VIP exclusive position, which is about 12,000 American dollars. So I used my student loan and part of my credit card to buy that. So I thought they told me, oh, at the end of the year, you'll be sharing profit so you can get something. I'm like, oh, wow, that is cool. But guess what? From that time, 2015 till now, I've not made up to $1,000 in that business. It depended that I had to recruit people, talk to people to join the business so that I could make some profit. But I'm not a good person in that. Well, technically I can explain things to you, but since I don't know how the business works, I don't really understand what it is. I don't know what I want to really tell people about it. So from that, one of my friends who is a trusted friend, she's in Iowa. She's called Gladys Akam, my classmate in high school back in Cameroon. She talked to me about OnPassive. I'm like, I've never heard about OnPassive. So she sent some recordings to me. That recording was made by our big bro, Charles Osong, Papa Africa. I went through it. I understood what was it. But at that particular time, I'm like, okay. She got back to me 2 days after. Oh, did you register? Did you? I'm like, I've not registered. She said, okay, don't be worried. She went ahead and registered me because she saw me. She knew that basically maybe I was not really interested. So she went ahead and she registered me, and she told me, she just called me later and say, oh, because she asked me my email address and stuff and registered me. I went on there and I clicked on the NDA because she gave me the login information, and I logged into the virtual office. At that time, it was on Go Founders. I could go through so many other videos to understand the concept, what OnPassive is all about. I went through it. I was so impressed. I had videos from Jeffrey Morlock, videos from Mike Ellis, from Marty DeGamo, from Charles Osong. I went through them and I started getting understanding. Then I started participating in webinars. I go to so many webinars. Then I was lucky to meet Dr. Benny, who brought me to the all winners. And I realized that the person, my generation up, all of them are all winners. My friend that was trusted, who was in the United States, who brought me in, she's an all winner as well. So I was happy to join the all winners family. Now I started, OnPassive got into me. I started building my own slides to do presentation, and I've been presenting to so many countries around the world. I just enjoy the oneness that we have as a family. So when I look at the business model of OnPassive, there is nothing like this that has ever happened in the world. If you try to understand what we have, so in OnPassive we have the products. which are 21st century cutting edge technology. Phenomenal, never seen before. Then we also have targeted traffic, which our CEO is a master of targeted traffic. He will bring it to our site and we'll make money now or profit. Now, we also have our business is also pocket friendly. We have more than 50 products in one bus stop, in one bundle, just sitting there with one sign on and one login. You get all those products after you pay for your subscription fee, because our business is a subscription based business. How good is that? So all what I have lost in the past with coming to see our products that we have, and oh bless. So we'll say Unpassive is the beacon of hope for humanity. All those things that you thought that you could do, that you could not do them, but with the hope that we have in Unpassive, that Unpassive is bringing us to us again in life, the apples will be able to do more than even what we were planning to do, not only for ourselves, not only for our families, but generations to come, and the rest of the people in the world. We plan to do a lot of things for people, and this is the time. So let's everybody plug in now to Unpassive. Now, our goal about Unpassive is not to see what Unpassive is really is. It's for us founders now to try to understand this concept behind what we're having in front of us, the technicality, so that, I mean, we still have the possibilities to become we are already founders, we'll be resellers and also customers. So getting that reseller position, if you know a little bit about your products, you can be able to explain it to the people who want to come in as resellers, and that will be another stream of income for you. So Julie, I say, I think I've accomplished my own little life by getting, because Unpassive, Michael William would tell you, this is the last business you want to think about over the internet. Semati Digamo would tell you, this is the last business that you should think about in the world. So I'm fine now. I'm a founder, proud founder. Then we'll learn the concept. We're trying to explain it to people right now. I'm really amazed to be in Unpassive. And thank you, Julie and Milo. Thank you, Lynn Nakamoto, for making us be able to give this concept out there for all of us founders to understand. Thank you very much, Julie.
Thank you, Mike. And yes, thank you for what you're sharing here and shared last night as well. You know, many of us are going through Unpassive, getting to know more people. The more we know more people, the more we know that there are so many talented people here in Unpassive. And I'm grateful to know you, Mike, as well. All right, Oliver, I'd love to hear from you. Why are you in Unpassive? And thank you so much for what you shared last night.
Yeah, greetings everybody in the house, and it's a pleasure for me to be here. And Julie, Malu Show, thank you very much for bringing me up to the panel. And I joined Unpassive by my very good friend, childhood friend, Uncle Bob Takusi. He called me when I came back from work, and he said, "There's a business, boy." I said, "What kind of a business?" And he explained to us, "Okay, since I'm an IT person and I'm a senior IT executive, I said, okay, I just signed without even thinking. I just signed because it's IT. I just signed because I know IT will not fail you. IT will never fail you. I just signed in, then went into the product, and I asked him, when I signed, I asked him, I'm not a good marketer. I don't know how to market. I'm an IT person. So am I going to make money if I bring somebody, if I don't bring anybody? He said, yes. Is it their product? He said, it's their product. Bam, that was it. Those two questions, he answered those two questions, that's it. Then I started looking, sign in my family in, you know. Then I came in for the money. Then after that, I said, oh, this is not all about the money. It's all about humanity. It's about humanity. Now I'm listening to attended webinars, you know, and then started falling in love with the products, saw that some of the products I'm using them, and I've used some of them in the past, like VPN or virtual, you know, or tracker. I saw that I have them on my machine, on my work machine. I'm using them. So I started looking at I took the futures of the ones that are in my work machine that I'm using, and I look at the futures for unpassive. I went to the website, look at the future. I said, wow, with AI, this is going to be huge. And I gave myself 5 years that we are going to launch, 5 years to 6 or 7 years. Know what I know about IT with artificial intelligence embedded into it, 100% automated and integration. I discussed with Bob. I said, Bob, this thing is going to take us minimum 5 years to launch, and to come out to build one product is going to take at least 3-4 years to build one product before we go through the development life cycle, before the testing, and then we'll send it out. But to my greatest dismay, we are now talking about premier launch and official launch. So then again, what also, when I look into all our products, is just like the products are the thing that is really making me, I'm like, whew. Look at the other products that are out there, they cannot compete. And I agree with our CEO when he said that we are 5 years ahead of technology. That is the honest truth. That is the honest truth. Let me take, for example, like what we discussed yesterday about our cloud service. Before there was data center, come now, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, and Amazon with some other, they came out with cloud. Cloud service providers. Now, unpassive is taking us now to AI cloud service. Sure, look at how the train has moved. It has metamorphosed from data center, cloud service. Now we are moving to AI cloud service. And who is taking us there? Mr. Ash Mufara, unpassive. And I'm fortunate to be a proud founder of this journey, and I enjoy the process where we are going. Coming out to my why, and now I know that money is a done deal. For myself, it's a done deal. I don't really need to, because I'm going to make the money. Now I started looking beyond the humanity. Oh, bless, how to touch people's lives. I'm here in Baltimore. We have homeless people. We have veterans downtown Baltimore. I say, okay, I keep telling my daughter that, look, when things start moving well, we'll have to see about those homeless people, Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, and see how we can help them. Then back home, yeah, I'm a US citizen, but I'm a Cameroon, I'm an African. We have towns, villages, they need bore water, they need healthcare, kids to school. So I will spend the rest of my life to touch lives, then drop down from my job. Now, sacrifice my life now to assist our people, both here in Baltimore and back home and around the world. So that is my story, and I'm very proud to be a founder, so passionate about it, and trying to spread the story, telling people, even begging people back home in Africa that if you cannot, I know it's difficult to come out with $95 or $97, $102. 2, 3, 4 people can join and get one account, meet an attorney to sign a document that even though you people can share the money. And I even begging them to go borrow, because I know what is coming. I can understand the products. I do understand the products. I know what is coming. Unpassive will not fail anybody, guaranteed. Thank you.
Thank you, Oliver. Thank you so much for sharing. It was such a pleasure meeting you in Maryland, and to hear you speak. So if anyone that listening to this conversations that we have here, last night at Ron and Lynn Friday Night Live, they did live stream it last night. So if you are subscriber to Vilma's channel, Marty DeGamo on Passive Nation, Julian Milo show, you get to see those, you get to see that conversation last night. So if you are a subscriber, please go ahead and check out that show last night. It's very interesting if you are interested in getting to know more about the techie side of what these gentlemen share from last night. Back to you, Milo. Milo, your mic is muted.
You told me to mute my mic. Hey, welcome to the Julie show. No, the Julie and Milo show. Hey, Kevin. Kevin, are you there? I want to know if you want to talk. Is Kevin and Pam still here? No, gone? Okay.
No, I'm here, buddy.
Oh, okay. Kevin, I want to just bring you on to the Julie show once more time.
Oh, Julie show. Did you get fired again, buddy?
I think so. I've been pushed to the curb. No, go ahead. Kevin, I want to hear you talk, brother.
Do you? All right, let me get a picture here. There we go. Oh, man. Look at that. Hey, everybody. Great to be here. Good to see y'all. Yeah, you know me. I'm kind of quiet, you know, kind of a shy guy, you know. But no, man, I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier to be here. Part of this whole deal with On Passive, and I want to say a big thanks to you and Julie, you know, for everything you guys do, bringing us all together like this. It's been awesome. And big thanks to Marty. Man, what do you say about Marty? He's like the glue, right? And but yeah, I mean, what can I say? I'm in an opportunity that I never thought I would be a part of. I was all set, you know. I turned 60 here back in June, and I was all set, you know, to kind of ease into retirement and, you know, ride out a lawnmower or whatever, you know, do it as much as you can, you know, and you know, get that quality of life that we're all been looking for, and been looking for it for a long time. Worked a long time out there in the field, you know, as carpenter, and, you know, paid my dues, so to speak. I was kind of going to ride this thing out a little bit. And then lo and behold, On Passive comes along and just changes my life just 180 degrees. I meet, you know, I've been, you know, playing business for a while online, about 13 years. I was out there, you know, looking at this, looking at that, you know. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about people. And I learned that I like to give myself the day off. That's my biggest problem was working from home, was I like to give myself the day off. And you can't do that. You got to have drive. You got to have determination. You got to be diligent, you know, and you got to be consistent. I heard that word today. And these are not my strong suits. But I got some ideas. I'm figuring out where my strong suits are. Like Marty says, you find your lane. And that's what we need to do, is we need to find our lanes and follow your passion and become the best you that you can become. That's what I think. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I am so fortunate. I am telling you, man, my cup runneth over. Yeah, to find what I found here with all of you, with Pam, you know, with the future is bright. The future is so bright. And I'm loving every minute. And I'm glad to, I mean, I was telling her just a minute ago, and I'm gonna, Oliver, you know, and Leon, he's a water guy. And I heard that, John. You look at these people, you listen to these webinars. I've been on a bunch of them too, okay? And you listen to these people talk, and you hear what their plans are, and you don't want to be a part of that? What are you hearing that I'm not hearing? Okay, because I mean, how can you stop yourself from being a part of this? We're going to change the world. Exactly what we're going to do. We finally got a vehicle that's going to allow us to do that. And I'm loving every minute of it. And I couldn't be prouder, happier, or feel more blessed than I do today. And I'm, you know, probably have talked way longer than I needed to, and probably didn't talk about what I needed to talk about. But that's what you get. Okay. That's what you get. What you see is what you get. Love y'all.
That was awesome, Kevin. That's exactly what we needed to hear and wanted to hear. All right. All right. Back over to
It's
you.
really, you know what? It's really cute just looking at them giggling like teenagers, right? It's just really cute. It's you see that happiness and you see that spring in them. You know, it's just so awesome. You know, that's what Unpassive does.
Hey, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
When I said find your lane, I didn't know it was going to be Pam. Okay.
Okay. All right. We gotta go now. Love y'all.
Congratulations, Kevin.
Congratulations.
You too, Pam.
That's beautiful. That's so lovely. Oh boy. Now, you know, everyone, you're singles. If you're talking to someone online on Zoom, you see someone right now, that's how they did it, right? They heard each other's stories. So you got to go to the Julie and Milo show, the interview. There's 160 interview, well, close to 170 now, I think. Go listen to the stories and get to know your founders. That's what the meaning of Julie and Milo show is for. We created this because we like to have founders get to know each other. Who knows what?
Hey, Julie and Milo, I think we got a new product. I got to get a hold of Ash. We'll call it O Connect. There we go.
Or we can call it O Passion too.
I think that'll be
Call
it,
it
Marty.
O Passion. O Passion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you everyone for coming and join us. Any last words? We're about 20 minutes away from the end of our show. We can shut down the show anytime. But if you haven't spoken today and you like to talk about your why you are in Unpassive. Are you looking for someone special in your life, right? Yeah, no? David Schweitzer.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys some good news. I found out that I'm going to be a grandpa.
Right.
So anyhow, I found that out here a couple days ago. So
Well,
that makes
David,
me happy.
David, you got to jump around a little bit. There we go.
Nothing like grandkids.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to find out what that's like. So.
Yeah, I could tell you what it's like, all right? But it's
It's awesome. Congratulations, David. Is this your first one?
Yeah, first one.
Wow.
Yep.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, man.
My wife has big plans already, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I love all you guys. I know I don't talk that much, but I love all you guys. And I really enjoy being around you. So, but I thought I'd throw that good news in.
Thank you, David. We love
Congrats,
you too.
Dave. Congrats, buddy.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We should do a show of quotes, and we could do who says, well, I know I don't talk that much. Who does that one?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I feel like I have to give a speech every time I get on here and talk. I don't feel normal talking. I feel, well, what kind of a speech are you going to give, Dave? And that's why I kind of feel like I got to give a speech because I'm not used to doing this. So anyhow, that's why I'm kind of a little quiet about it. I'm shy. I've always been shy and a kind of a quiet guy. I mean, but anyhow, but I do the best I can.
You do awesome, David. You do awesome. You do better than awesome.
Yes, you know what? Remember the conversation we had last Saturday after you spoke about OSTAF? I have so many messages. It's like, is that David? Is that our real David? Is that David Schweitzer?
I'm letting you know that I got a plan tonight with Papa Guinea tonight. I'm going to talk to David and I'm going to offer him something tonight to help his people out. So I'm going to let you know that tonight. That'd be a good thing to tune in on that. So.
That's fantastic, David. Thank you so much. So Papa New Guinea tonight.
Yeah, Papa Guinea.
Yeah, 11 p.m. Eastern time. So if you can, come join that show. When you gotta go to Papua New Guinea. If you're nervous, if you're scared, if you feel lonely, if you feel uninspired, if you give up, I mean, show up at Papua New Guinea. You gotta go see them. Judy Miller.
I want to know when David's grandbabies due.
David?
What'd you say? I didn't catch that.
When is your new grandbaby due?
September 11th, as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
And we live in Kansas and she lives in Mississippi. So we'll have to go to Mississippi when she gets pretty well due. So.
Okay, because we have a new grandson due in July.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
To you too.
Congratulations.
So we got babies hopping.
We should do a grandparent show, Milo. Have all the grandparents come and tell stories. Marty's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We could have some good ones probably.
Oh, by the way, what you call it? February 14th is coming up. It's Valentine's Day. And I'm thinking about having a single show on that day. If any singles who wants to come and, I don't know, sing karaoke together, you know, so
let me translate that for you. Julie's looking for a man. So
she's done kicked me to the curb. She's looking for a new host, co-host.
Oh boy, yeah, it's on Monday. Milo is not going to be there, so welcome.
Oh yeah,
It's
if it's a Monday, you know Milo's got other plans.
No, behind your back, Milo.
Plan.
I know, she's conniving, boy, behind my back. Look there.
Oh no, she's cheating.
Oh, boy.
I'll have to come home right away and watch that show and see what she did.
Anyway, it's just something I'm thinking of. I haven't decided. If you who like to do it, let's do it. All the singles. But anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Milo, any last words? Anything you like to say?
Hey, Judy, is your background and be flashing lights in the back and say single on it, or when you have that single show, or?
Great idea, David. Never really thought about it. I think Bill Musk is here. He's probably going to create something. Thank you, Bill, in advance.
She wants to make sure no one thinks she's with Milo, that's just the show.
Oh, it's really funny. I went to a meeting in California, and there was like a couple people there, and they're like, "Where's your other half?" And I'm like, "My other half?" He goes, "Yeah, how's Milo doing?" And I was laughing so hard. It was everybody. So it's okay. It's okay. It's Julie and Milo. There's no Milo without Julie. And there's no Julie without Milo. So we're on passive couple. How about that?
There you go. Julie,
but we don't live in the same house like Pam and Kevin. So it's okay.
That's right. Hey, Julie, it was a fun day today, and thank you everyone for coming around and being on the show. We love every one of you, and remember, there would be no Julie and Milo show if you didn't show up. So thank you all for showing up. We appreciate it. We need every one of you, and every one of you is important to Own Passive. I cannot stress that enough. Every one of you founders realize. Take it and know that you are one of the founders and you are very important. You know, you're one of that 1%. And one of these days in a year or two, when they say you're going to puff the chest out and say, yeah, I'm an Own Passive founder, you know, and know that you're there and you've been there for the journey. And we have developed this journey. And so we're going to be able to sit back and we're going to talk about. Do you remember the day Kevin and Pam was on the Julie and Milo show, you know, and we'll know all these stories, you know, because they happen on our show or other webinars that we've been on, Marty's show or different ones, we're going to know about them. We're going to remember people. And so it's important. So.
Thank you, Milo. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. It's been over a year that you're here supporting the Julie and Milo show. Please know that we are doing interview. If you like to be interviewed in the Julie and Milo show, please let us know. We'll have coming up, we're going to have Oliver, we're going to have Leon coming up. And then we're going to have more people. So join us on that interview side as well. MK, I know if you're interested to go tell your story, we're here. Reach out to us. We'll be here. We'd love to interview you. And please don't forget to subscribe to all the channel, whichever one that you are watching right now, Bilma's, Marty DeGamo, on Passive Nation, on Passive, the Julie and Milo show. Please remember to subscribe, click the bell so that you get notified, because you know what? Mr. Ash Mufar, the CEO of On Passive, has accepted the invitation to be on our show for an interview. So the only way for you to watch that show is for you to subscribe and click the notify button so that we upload shows every day. You'll get to be the first one who watched it. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Please take care of yourself and take care of others as well. Good night from Orange County, California.
Good night.
Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Good night from Canada.
Good night from New York City.
Good night from the
Good
great
night
state.
from
Cameroon. Night from
New York City. Good night.
Night from Philadelphia.
See you later.
Good night from Philadelphia.
Nice to see y'all.
Good night, Marie. Good night.
Good night, Marlo. Good night, Julie.
From
Virginia. Good night, John.
Bon
nuit, bonsoir.
Hello.
Good night, Queen.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night, Leon.
Good night. Good night.